Hello, everybody. It is Emery48 here, and welcome back to Star Wars Legends. I was wrong. There was a short story at the end of the Cestus Deception, so this will be the last Legends event in 22 BBY. This is a short story. This is The Hive by Stephen Barnes, who is the same author for the Cestus Deception, and it's found at the end of the novel. Chapter 1. The Hive starts during the Cestus Deception, just after Quill conceded to Duras and Obi-Wan met with the Hive Council. The head of the Hive Council, Costa, told Obi-Wan the history of Cestus, which the beginning was all in the book. Republic prison comes in, scientists that were imprisoned there find important material for building droids while on mining duty in prison. They start Cestus Cybernetics by bribing the guards and the head of the prison, and lots of disease comes to Cestus from all the immigrants through the prisoners and the workers working at the new plant. These diseases wiped out large percentages of the Exting, including the royal family. The Hive Council continued to explain that in case of an emergency, 2 eggs from the royal family were hidden in a complicated vault deep in the hive. No one knows the code, as it was held as a tight secret, and all that knew the code died in the plague, and the planet of the company that built the vault was destroyed by a comet. The Hive Council has asked Obi-Wan to get into the vault and retrieve the eggs, as they do not want Exting royalty to fall in the hands of Cestus Cybernetics. They are sending Obi-Wan with a guide, first rank Justin de Blinth, of the Volcano de Blinths. The previous failed attempts were made by Jessen's brothers. None of his brothers came back alive. Chapter 2. Jessen has a lot of contempt for off-worlders, as they ruined the Hive. Obi-Wan knows he will need to build his guide's trust as they journey into the planet. Jessen has brought Obi-Wan into the Hive, a place where no outsider has ever been. Chapter 3. The Exting split once off-worlders arrived. Some stayed much deeper in the Hive. This is where Obi-Wan and Jessen are approaching. Jessen agrees with these Exting as they have stayed with more traditional values, although the upper Hive does not have contact anymore with the lower Hive. Jessen would like to see the eggs given to this branch of the clan. Once inside, they found a large amount of dead bodies. These bodies have been dead for years, and there were bite marks on them. The bite marks were Exting, meaning the Hive deep in the planet had turned to cannibalism for some reason. Obi-Wan can feel movement in the air and knows they are not alone. Obi-Wan and Jessen moved to the next room where they were attacked by Exting. This branch of Exting are almost nearly blind from being in such dark hives for so long. They attacked using their sense of smell and hearing, primarily. After fending off and killing large amounts of the oncoming horde, Jessen and Obi-Wan were able to get away. Chapter 4. Obi-Wan and Jessen continued deeper into the Hive, concerned for the reason why the cannibal Exting were not coming after them. Jessen and Obi-Wan found one of the entrances that had been sealed off from a previous attempt. Jessen was able to unlock a pathway between the chambers. This Hive tunnel was much shorter and narrower than most. Chapter 5. Obi-Wan and Jessen have made it over the floor of a room that had once been farm soil for the Exting, but has since turned into a place for worms to live. This is apparently what a Jedi had fought off 150 years earlier for the Exting royalty. There were hundreds of worms. The largest was multiple meters long and could move almost as fast as a running human. They were injured while getting across this room, but both made it across safely. Once across, they made it to a door with an electronic reader as a lock. It was programmed to only allow Exting to unlock the door. When Jessen put his face close to the door, it opened. They had found the body of one of Jessen's brothers hung above the worms to not let himself get eaten. Chapter 6. Once inside, they found another Exting brother's partially dissolved corpse. There were 3 riddles to answer. If all 3 were answered incorrectly, the eggs would be destroyed. Jessen was confident he got all 3 correct, but the system said he was wrong each time. A mist filled the air and the system said the eggs were vaporized. This, however, was not true. The mist was testing the pheromones released by Jessin. When it tested them and saw the pain Jessin was in for letting down the hive, it released the eggs. Then a sound, repelling the worms, which had apparently been placed there by the security company, started to sound. Chapter 7. As Obi-Wan and Jessin were taking the eggs out of the lower hive, they saw a massive statue of Master Yoda, the Jedi who had saved them 150 years earlier. And that wraps up the hive, and fully wraps up, I guess, Cestus Deception. I thought that this short story would take place after the book. It feels kind of weird to put a short story that takes place during the book with dialogue from the book at the end of the book. I just don't understand why these 7 chapters weren't just in the book. I enjoy the story. I think it's a cool little side quest that happened during the whole Cestus adventure. It's just odd to me that it took place outside of the book. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.